3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Onyx Paradox. You in here with your host, St. Chris. Listen, today we getting into that Vlad tweet that went viral a couple days ago. We talking about Roc Nation and a confession he had to make about being compromised, I guess. Vlad says, I have a confession. Roc Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory, and they bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never shot. The LA police are all on Jay-Z's payroll. And it doesn't stop with LA. But you're not ready to hear that part. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, who do you think paid him to do that? You already know the answer to that. The Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal, all paid off by the Roc Mafia. Jay also paid Trump not to pardon Tory. Even though it's a state case, Trump can only pardon federal cases, but knowing Trump likes to bend the rules, Jay wasn't taking any chances. I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me. You got Tory Lanez, highly acclaimed Canadian artist. Very, very talented, man. Unfortunate situation he's in right now. We got Megan Thee Stallion, also very talented, out of Houston. One of the better lyrical MCs from the lady side. Then you got huge media personality, DJ Vlad, really moves the needle. So that's why, this is playing with fire, to me, very irresponsible, from somebody as big as him to put something like this out, joking or not, you know what I mean? For those of you who aren't familiar with the case in general, rapper Tory Lanez, Daystar Peterson is serving a 10-year prison sentence in California for shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the feet in 2020. Convicted in December 2022 of 3 felonies, assault with a firearm, carrying a loaded unregistered firearm, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. He received his sentence in August 2023 and has had appeals denied. Let's get into some of what my boy Vlad had to say though on this podcast. So like I said, Vlad appeared on the Real Report podcast. I'm sorry, I think I called it the Real Rap podcast before. The Real Report podcast by Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo. So shout out to Real Report for this clip right here. They dove into, why exactly Vlad made this tweet. Was it a joke? Because everybody want to know. Let's see what they talking about, man. What Vlad got to say. Vladimir.
So tell us, because I thought you was hacked. I said Vlad got to be hacked or Vlad is trolling. So get into the story with Roc Nation and Tory Lanez, the biggest thing on the internet. Let's get into it on the Real Report.
All right, so I've been talking about the Tory Lanez Megan situation right after it happened. And as the information came out, and as, Megan said that I'm going to testify, I've quoted you a lot. If you have someone that you shoot and they get on the stand and say, you shot me,
right,
and this woman on top of that, there's a very slim chance you will beat that in trial. You might as well just plead out. So as they're going back and forth, and he's antagonizing her, and she's responding and everything else like that, I start saying in my interviews, Tory's going to jail. And everyone's like, oh, you're a hater, whatever. And I'm like, look, based on what I see, he's going to go to jail.
I don't remember him antagonizing her. I remember those accusations being made by Megan's team. But go on ahead, Vlad.
Yeah, me, trying to figure out what I know, calls me a cop, whatever else. That's whatever, man. I'm
so
not.
Tory Lanez DM'd you and called you a cop? I never knew this.
Yeah, he did
Free
that.
Tory.
That's whatever, man.
Free Tory Lanez.
I don't care about that. I think Tory Lanez is a dope artist.
Definitely.
Vlad been called all type of names.
Everybody called Vlad a cop. That's the police.
What was that?
I said you've been called all type of names.
All types of names. All types
I
of
agree.
names.
I agree. Vlad is my friend, though. Vlad is my friend. He's my guy. He helped me with a lot of stuff with learning about this podcast thing, and he never really hated on anybody from what I see. Now, does he pick on people sometimes? He doesn't know. He does murder. Yeah. And it's cool. And this time you're picking on Roc Nation and Tory Lanez. Well, not Tory Lanez, just Roc Nation.
No. I'm not even picking on Roc Nation. So basically, leading up to the trial, I was one of the only people in hip hop media that kept saying.
So now he finally really about to get into it. He about to give you his little soliloquy.
Tory's going to be found guilty and he's going to go to jail. That doesn't make me a hater, doesn't make me a snitch or a cop. It's just based on the public information. I was following the trial. I'm like, he's going to go to jail. And everyone, whenever I did a poll on Twitter or, YouTube, 80% of my viewers said, no, he's going to beat it. He's going to walk away. She's lying, whatever.
I predicted it too. Not to cut you off. I predicted it too. I said it to you. I said,
right.
When you got somebody that's saying you shot them, I don't know. The case is not looking.
It's not looking good, right? Mm-hmm. So lo and behold, he gets found guilty and he goes to jail. Mm-hmm. And he files an appeal and the appeal falls through. And you think that that's the end of it. But constantly you see all this news footage that keeps coming out where it's like, yo, no, she never got shot. He actually had a press conference, like his lawyers had a press conference that said he didn't shoot her. Kelsey was shooting the gun and he hit her arm. The gun fell to the floor and fired twice. And that's how she got hit. Now, listen, man, I'm not Nicholas.
I don't remember them saying all that in the press conference, but there was definitely a press conference, and it wasn't just his lawyers. It was like actual state representatives and all that, and like other journalists and private PIs and stuff who looked into the case and was like, "No, that ain't right." And they was talking about how the DA was real shaky at the time and how he was trying to maintain his position. He talking like he actually really had the gun fired. Like, come on, man. The evidence don't even say none of that. So he just real strong on his position without nothing to support it. That's what make niggas mad. Like, if you just feel like, you know what I'm saying, it looked like he gonna get convicted because, then say that. But you the way you position it, like, you want him to be convicted. It just sound crazy.
Irving, the Army sniper, but I have handled guns throughout my life. And I can tell you, if I threw a gun on the floor 1,000 times, I don't think it would fire twice.
That don't sound too believable, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
So that morning, a bunch of Daily Loud and a bunch of other Dama's News, I believe, and a bunch of other media outlets that I follow starts running this video of Tory's lawyers saying that Kelsey's bodyguard has come forward and said that Kelsey's the shooter, not Tory. And everyone's going crazy over this footage. And I'm looking at this going this is from last May. This already came out almost a year ago. The appeal went through and it didn't happen. The appeal was struck down. And so I posed this. I'm like, yo, you're an idiot to think that this is somehow news and that this is somehow going to overturn this. And people in the comments, yeah, but Roc Nation, they bought off the jury. And Roc, it's really Jay-Z. Because remember, Tory's dad, after Tory was found guilty, went on this whole rant where he was screaming about Roc Nation and Jay-Z in the courtroom and everything else like that. Right? So I said, okay, listen, this has gotten so stupid at this point that I'm going to just do a tweet where I'm going to take every conspiracy theory around this and just list it one after the other. I got paid by Roc Nation. Jay-Z paid off the jury. And he paid off the judge and did a verse for the judge's grandson. Right?
Oh God.
And he paid the Mexican dude to stab Tory in prison. And he paid off the doctor to say that she got shot when she really wasn't. And he paid off everyone else. And I'm like, okay, this is so stupid that no one's gonna believe this.
So you're saying the internet does what it does best. Twist stuff up, change stuff, conspiracy theories. But you know why it's trolling? Because you had to know the Jay-Z verse was crazy, but him getting stabbed by Roc Nation and all that might be believable to some people.
It might be believable. It might be believable. So you mean to tell me that Jay-Z, where he is in life right now, right? He's a billionaire.
Vlad's so green to me sometimes though, bro, because it's you got so much experience, bro. I know you do, and you've heard so much hip hop stories. Why is any of that so far fetched to you to believe? I'm not saying any of it happened either, but none of it sound far fetched to me. All the stuff with the guy's files that's been coming out, the guy, those files and stuff that been coming out. There's some crazy stuff been going on, bro. For you to just think this is so crazy to be happening, but bro, go off.
He's considered one of the greatest ever. He's going to risk all that to pay a pedophile, a Mexican pedophile, to do a murder in prison over a guy with an who's antagonizing an art.
So the context behind why people were saying that was because, and they even spoke on it in that press conference. He was talking about why it was a coincidence that Tory Lanez was stabbed after those same people who had that conference reached out to Megan Thee Stallion's team, Kelsey's team, and Tory Lanez's team. And Tory Lanez's team was the only team. No, Megan Thee Stallion's team was the only team to respond. And Megan Thee Stallion's team responded asking for more information. And I want to say days later or something like that, Tory Lanez was stabbed up and stuff like that. So it was just quite a coincidence type deal. You get me? So that's why that was even out there as a theory, because like they genuinely believe that to be a theory. You know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing less.
Artist that's not even a big priority to Jay-Z. But
Vlad,
Vlad,
you're a credible. Listen, you're a credible source to the culture.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
people are like, a lot of people are like confused from what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, it's just coming from you. So people don't know if you were hacked or you was trolling or.
So this why a lot of people feel like, there's reason to believe that Tory didn't shoot her and that she possibly did just step on glass. Check this out. You can hear it. Sound bad too. That's it. Right there. She's coming out the car. She's about to take another step. Steps into glass. Now that glass is a broken bottle that falls out of the car when she opens the door. There's more to this footage, and in that footage, there's an officer sitting inside the car, and you can't find this footage on YouTube for some reason. Maybe on Twitter. I haven't really looked, but there's another shot from a dash cam, and the officer sitting inside the car and watches her open the door. Bottle falls, and she steps out the car. And as she makes that step where the glass crunches, you hear the officer say, "Ooh, she stepped on glass." You know what I'm saying? So that was confirmation from the officer that one officer saw it. But that's an officer in a car. This is another officer's body cam. And then there's going to be another officer you see that's going to actually be talking to Megan. Right here.
What's that?
Do you think we can go to jail?
I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I don't think...
I really cannot go to jail.
Okay.
I cannot have that on my image.
Okay. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we were coming from. Hey, go get it. I'm not from here, so I...
Okay.
That's the only place you got shot at? That's the only place you got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
No, man. I mean, no, sir.
I was to ask if she got shot. Let's hold on.
So I...
Okay.
That's the only place you got shot at? That's the only place you got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
No, man. I mean, no, sir.
So, I mean, if you're just looking at that, there's reason to doubt. You know what I mean? But, hey, I'm not the judge. I wasn't a part of the jury. I'm just a fan. Love the guy's music. She makes some dope stuff, too. Hope he frees himself from this. I hope he is innocent of it, and I hope both people find peace in the end. Because at the end of the day, man, gun violence and domestic violence is a serious thing here. He's probably going to be deported when he's released. There's serious repercussions behind those actions. So I just hope maybe everybody can learn something from this. You know what I mean? Like, situation like that where it's alcohol and guns and stuff like that, you kind of sometimes can foresee a bad situation coming from it. Situations like this happening kind of give us some foresight and maybe make us think differently when we place in those situations. So I hope everybody takes something from this and tell me what you think. Do you think Tory Lanez is innocent? Do you think he shot Megan Thee Stallion? Do you want to see more on this case? There's a deeper dive I could probably do on this and update you guys on some more information that might even change your initial opinion on this case and who you thought did it. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Holla at me. I'm out.